Yeah, man, I say all praises and honor unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. And double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all the brothers out there and pushing this truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. You know, this is the brother from the James Jamaica camp. Yashamai. I know one to listen, hopefully, it edify him to the elect out there. Right? Because, we're seeing things happening, and one of the main things we basically are waiting to take place now is Esau Edom, make this digital system, right, become monetary worldwide, right, through them CBDC, right, in digital ID, right, out in Jamaica, we have the N.I.D.S, right, because all these things is basically what the framework, right, for the M.O.T.B, right, and with the things put into place, right across the world in different countries, right, because this is two main prophecy, been waiting on, right, the M.O.T.B basically become monetary, then this third world war destruction will kick off full-fledged, right, but we understand that this prophecy have come to pass before this war really kick off right and proper way, right, brother, you can go on.
Alright, this is an article from Global Government Forum.
Yeah.
It says UK government must create digital ID super app, say top financer. It says British citizens will one day store their financial data on a single super app similar to the NHS Health app rolled out by the UK government in 2018. Says the chair of the Trade Association UK Finance has said, so the NHF app is basically a digital app where you can get your health benefits from. It's a digital app. So basically you can add your prescription and all them stuff where you want. Them know your identity, know you complain, what you complain, whatever health issue you have, them use that app. Then if you have nothing health wise, them can know how to whatever prescribe whatever prescription to you, or what them call it, administrate certain prescription to you.
So let me bring to the financial part now, because everything our time to one. Right, when you go in the definition, the Greek, right, the word in the text Mark in Revelation 13 and 16, right, you go back to a charagma, and the root word for charagma is charax, go back to a peel or a stake, right, a sharp instrument, right, with them basically use in order to basically, bore your hand, give you that digital device. Right, and the root word for charax is grapho with all information. So seeing all these things happen, we know that the end goal of these men, this banking family, is basically roll out this digital device, because all these things basically are lead to one thing, right? That digital device. So they move from one stage to the other, right? That's what Esau are doing right now, because ultimately you're going to have a major event that will take place that will cause Esau Edom to make this thing become monetary, right? And it's very, very close right now, right? Even out here in Jamaica, it's the same thing. Going back to 2017, when people started to complain about them health information and all these things, these private information. So why government want them private information? Because all them, it basically under one umbrella, because it's a world, it's a world agenda we are push. Right, where these leaders are pushed in all these countries basically become, monetary, because that's what basically are lead to a monetary digital device. So Esau Edom using all these leaders, to do all these things in all these countries, right, to justify themselves and move over to the digital device, because things are happening, right? Even a lot of business place, you see getting robbed, ATM, right? We see ATM get robbed and all these things. So. Right? That's how Esau them thing, problem, reaction, solution. So you're going to be a major event, you're going to lead to that. Right? Go on, brother. Scripture, can I bring a scripture? Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and verse 16. See? Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand and in their foreheads.
Done. So that's basically where we're heading towards. It's prophecy. But John and the island of Patmos, get all the visions of all these things to come. So seeing this framework set up across the world, this is where basically lead to. This prophecy. Right? Esau, Edom, the banking leads, I make this thing become monetary. And this is one of the main prophecy we've been waiting for, as I mentioned earlier, to come to pass. Right? What?
And that no man might buy or sell,
Gone.
save he that had the charagma,
Gone.
or the name of the beast, see, or the number of his name.
Gone.
See?
Right.
It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast,
Gone.
for it's the number of a man,
Gone.
and his number is 666.
Gone. We got for,
Guys, like stigma.
Stigma. Right.
It's basically going to we can get another word. Dry side stigma. Alright. So origin. For stigma says says a charagma, which is M-A-R-K.
Gone.
Yeah, prick in or branded upon the body, the ancient Oriental usage.
Ancient.
Oriental usage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone.
Slaves and soldiers bore the name of our stamp,
Gone.
or the stamp of their masters.
And as brother mentioned about slave, right? Because going back during the time of hardcore slavery, four parents, in hardcore slavery back then, they always have this slave plantation always brand the slave them. So they save them, if you save them runway, them can't tell which plantation them come from.
Them.
They can identify them by the brand. Right? Even this movie, as brother, this movie, movie series, Spartacus. Right? With the house of Batiatus. Right? You always, anytime you get the slave, they always brand them with beep on them man. Right? So it's a part of basically showing ownership. Right? So fast forward to now, this time we're living in right now, the modern day brand is that digital device where Esau, the banking leads, a matter of fact, want to use, to mark all them slave them.
Okay.
Or in property. Right? Go on.
See Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9.
Go on.
Says the thing that art being,
Go on.
it is that which shall be.
Go on.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Go on.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Go on, exactly. There's no new thing under the sun, nothing new.
It's the same thing, but them just come within a different ways and means. See? Back then when people used to talk about slavery, I know when people talk about slavery it sounds horrific. See? So them come with a more sophisticated way of putting you under control. See? Or basically want to brand you. Them are bring it to you like something that is beneficial to your health or beneficial to you financially. See? Or in some good ways they might bring it, because that's how the devil works, man. As the scripture said, the instruments of the church are evil. He devises wicked devices, see, to destroy the poor. See? So basically this man come in devices them to try to control our people life mainly, see, because the main people when they offer is so-called Negroes, Native American, Indians and Latinos. We are the ones who we want to destroy, man. See? I mean him that. See? So these things that I come up with, it's all tricks and lies, man. Let me just finish up with the Revelation. Alright, back to Revelation. Let's finish up the definition of stigma. Again, it says slaves and soldiers bore the name or stamp of their masters or commander, branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to.
Ownership, so
Yeah.
the ownership.
And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. See? Yeah. So basically, you wanna check it out, man. It's this man want for brand the people on the earth. See? Fish proves say boy, him a them master, or him a them power. See? You have total control. That's everything you want to be. It's the same I gonna be like the Most High. See? Same want to be like omnipresent. Can see everything, know everything what you do. See? Or everything what you say. Or eat, drink, whatever, man. Alright? Back to the article. Yeah, the Revelation? No, I go back. It says a member, back to the article here, it says a member of both the Trade Advisory Group for Financial Services at the UK Department for International Trade and the UK's Economic Crime Strategic Board, Bob Weekly, voice his prediction at the new digital assets and money symposium conference in the city of London. So basically, you notice in the article what them say? Something about crime. See? And you know what I think of cause where people do crime most of them, man? Yeah, money, financial benefits, man.
That's the way our leaders out here set up, you know, from this digital system that implemented, you know, cut down crime. Which basically it do that, yes, but there's also another side to it, right? Things now go work the way how them used to. Everything will be changed, right? As if I go into the article, you know, about the whole you know, health thing in England, right? The more you can monitor, you know, everything we are doing. Even this whole CBDC, this programmable money, right? You can't buy anything you feel to buy, right? Because of programmable money, right? You can't eat what you feel, eat what you feel to eat, right? That's what basically these men want, your total control. That's basically what they push to accomplish right now.
Because them know, so even if them cut money out of the society, people still gonna need food. And if you can't provide food, see, so you're gonna cut crime by trying to take money out of the society. Because when people hungry, them are gonna do crime just to see them, man. But them here is just for you have what? As they say, total control. See? He says, this will be the year that we finally persuade the banking system that we need an economic digital identity system just like the N.I.D.S app. Weekly said, says it will be personal and attached to each citizen, as we need a wider, fully digital economic identity program. See? That I think what I'm tell us, it will be personal. See? But guess what? Them are the one who are keep just like how right now, them tell us you have a personal account, we hook up, you know, you have a personal maybe Facebook account, WhatsApp account, a IG account, you have a personal account. But guess what? Them still have access to your account, man. See? So this is what them tell us, it's gonna be personal. Them are gonna have access to it, them can see everything what you do. See? And this is one way where people now can dodge things like taxes and them things there. See? So down to the little man on the street where I make a little hustling for himself.
When I pay the tax.
When I pay the tax. Yeah. When him get on this system, hey, you have to go pay up, man. See? So this is always for your oppress the poor, man. Yeah. Next article. Alright, so I'll get in a next article. from the Jamaica Gleaner. It says, this article from the Jamaica Gleaner. It says 1.9 billion earmarked to continue N.I.D.S. What is that? Login? Alright. It says 1.9 billion earmarked to continue N.I.D.S. implementation. See? It says the government will be spending approximately 1.9 billion in the upcoming fiscal year to continue implementation of the voluntary national identification system N.I.D.S.
That's the N.I.D.S. out here in Jamaica.
I want to tell about voluntary. Yeah?
Because a worldwide thing as I mentioned. Right? And you see our Prime Minister, claim the same, get the first N.I.D.S. card out in Jamaica. I use himself as an example. So regular people or regular citizens them can follow. So this is the system where Isa uses his leaders to push, basically bring in order to move on to the digital device. Remember I read the scripture earlier on in Revelation 13 and 16. Right?
And in case you never know, when you ask the Prime Minister, yeah, the Prime Minister is actually the first slave. See? Because prime, the word prime it actually means first. A minister go back to what? Servant, man. So them actually are the first slave, man. See? So that's why them have him push him to do all these things, man. You just the other minor slave them on him, man. A big slave, big house slave, man. So them are using to push the thing. See? Because him know, boy, a lot of people, even though a lot of people are with him right now, or see them not with him, see? But there are people out there who trust him. See? And feel so what him do is all good. See? It says N.I.D.S. is expected to provide a secure, reliable, and unique method of authenticating an individual's identity. Yeah. So it's all about your identity, man.
And everything are basically in one, as I mentioned, right? When it comes to the M.O.T.B. So all this information are basically on that digital device, right? That C-hip.
Right? It says the money which has been set aside in the 2023-24 estimates of expenditure will be used to commerce a pilot for enrollment, complete installation of power supply and redundancy for e-government, electronic governments.
So if they're not going in a
artificial intelligence that can run everything.
If they're not going in a power when this thing fully gets implemented.
It says Jamaica Limited Data Center Executive, the N.I.D.S. communication strategy continue digitalization of the Register General's Department, RGD. Yes, digitalization. That means Register General Department, everything we do with your tax and all of them stuff, man. Your identification, your driver's license and all of them stuff. Register General Department do all these things. So they might digitize all of these things. So soon or very soon, artificial intelligence are gonna run these things, man. See? Yeah? AI. You know can grow on the machine. See? The male can grow on a man. You know a man can do a little backdoor deal for you. You get through with certain things. But when the digital system come in, you have to go right through with all necessary information or documents about yourself. So no more bundle the thing, it got cut out. See?
To east side right now. If they're going to problem.
Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28. 15 and 50. It's countful, man.
20 and 40.
It's Isaiah 28, verse 14. It says, wherefore hear the word of the Lord, is scornful men, that rule this people which is in Jerusalem.
Gone.
Talking about the so-called niggas, Native American Indians, Latinos, you know.
Gone.
All the you leaders are set up over these people, man. You start from Central South America and all these countries. Because even Brazil now, see, I push this thing. And some other countries, Caribbean countries, basically Barbados, Trinidad, all over it a push, man. See? So these are you scornful men all over the Lord's people, man. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell we are at agreement.
Gone. So they make a covenant to do death and hell. Right, that's what Esau Edom representing. Right, the so-called white man. Death and hell. Right, so they make an agreement with, you know, the rulers of this earth. Right. So-called white man, the Rothschild, Rockefeller and out. Right, I mean league with him, with them.
Gone.
Right, so people say, because you have said you make a covenant, you make an agreement with them. Right, my brother?
Then we are at agreement. When the overflowing scourges shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
Gone.
For we have made lies our refuge,
Gone.
and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Gone.
Yes. So all these things when I bring to people, I tell them lies.
Gone.
Come from guess what? Scripture say you have the father, the devil.
Gone. So lots
See?
of the father
We
will
do.
You want to be anyone of them basic. All I would repent, they're gonna pay in the time to come.
Right.
What them a do. Because there's a higher power. Right? There's a higher power. Right? Esau, Edom, which is so-called white man. Right? Him at the powerhouse on the earth right now, but there's an eternal judge.
Gone.
Right? We are above. We are going to judge Esau, Edom, you know, very, very soon. And all I want to in league with them. Right? When I basically repent, now basically put to death in the time to come. Right? I get punished. I get punished in the time to come. And the Yahweh Shemir Shai start to basically put him right upon the society. Right, go on.
Verse 16 says, therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believe shall not make haste.
Yeah.
And that precious cornerstone is that Hakata about, eternal judge. The Heavenly Father is the eternal judge, but what him son, we might get total rulership, man. Yahweh Shai. But that cornerstone where him set. Yeah? Over us as in people, man. Then it says, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and the ale shall sweep away the refuge of lies,
Gone.
and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. And yes, the hill, the waters.
All lies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that come out now,
you.
man.
Right.
That's the truth that has long been without fruit shall be declared. So all them things they are declared through who what? The Lord sending him prophets, man. Yahweh Shemir Shai, if open up the eyes, I'm elect. See? Yeah. See? And your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
Gone. So covenant make with death. Right? Because as I mentioned earlier, Esau Edom, which is so-called white man, represent death.
Gone.
Right? As can't even the blessing where them get from our forefather, you know, Isaac, they get to Esau, Edom, right? The sword, right? And it's expressed by thy sword shall thou live. That's how these men been living, right? By the sword, they weaponize everything.
Gone.
Food, water, right? Even the oxygen.
You breathe,
we basically breathe right now. Esau Edom in spraying chemtrail. Because you basically represent death. That's what these men bring you.
Gone.
Death and destruction.
Yes,
Right? See, so all we in league with them, one.
It says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled,
Gone.
and your agreement with hell shall not
It
stand.
not gonna stand.
When the overflowing scourges shall pass through,
When all hell break loose, one.
shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden underfoot by it.
Then you shall be trodden down on a foot by it.
Yeah.
So all these leaders are gonna get judged in the time to come. One.
This is Revelation 12 verse 12.
Gone.
It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and he that dwell in them.
Gone.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea,
Gone.
for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time.
Gone. So Esau, the so-called white man, they know them about a very short time. You know, get all these things, you know, put into place, right? So them can accomplish the new world order.
Gone.
Right? So they are basically moving fast, especially, you know, now, because a lot of these wealthy families of the earth, they might drop dead over the years coming up, so they might move faster now. They might do things more faster. Right? Like the recent one, Evelyn Rothschild. So people say, they know them have a very short time in order to accomplish all these things. So they might put things into place now, right across the world, in order to basically, you know, make that final move.
Which is right.
Scripture speak about.
Which is right, man.
Because you say, in the fullness of his sufficiency, which will be in straits. Right? In about to full his belly, then when the house shall going to destroy more plan. Right? And that's where we're heading towards right now. Because they're eating now.
Which is right.
Right, go on.
You want to present those?
Yeah, we can bring it up. Yeah, man, get that one up closer.
When the hour temptation? Job?
Yeah, Job 2 and 20. 20 and 22.
Yeah. This is the book Job 20.
Verse 22.
Verse 22.
Go on.
It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency,
go on.
He shall be in straits.
So we're in a position of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Right, forget everything fully.
Go on.
Right, go on.
He shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Go on, and wicked, go back to the Hebrew word aymal, which basically means labor.
Laborer, yeah?
And then
it says, when he's about to fill his belly,
when he's about to fully accomplish, right, the new world order, we're basically putting things into place now fast in order to accomplish. This is what the scripture says will take place. Because everything predestined by the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating.
So they're going to basically get destroyed. Right? They're going to reach a certain level, you know, with this N.O.B plan. Then the Yahweh shall going to destroy the whole plan altogether. That's why the scripture explains. Right? So they're not going to fully accomplish it. They're going to reach a certain level. Then they're going to get destroyed. Then the house are going to fling out monkey wrench and the whole plan. Right? Finish?
It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon.
So they're going to flee to their bunkers to hide. They already seen, you know, countries across the world, you know, even Russia, the drill, bunker drill, because that's where a lot of them are going to flee to in the time to come. When all hell break loose. Go on.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn out.
It is drawn and cometh out of the
body. Yeah? It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
Gone out of this nuclear silo. Yeah? Where these missiles coming from, these ICBM missiles.
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terror are upon him. Is that right?
All darkness shall be.
It says, all darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Yeah. Right. Because according to scripture, right, what will take place after this nuclear destruction, they might get thrown in a pit. And after many days, they might be visited to start work. Right, start out slavery. So the Rockefeller and all these families, with Eden families, will make it through this nuclear destruction or this coming third world war destruction. They're going to basically be the first crop of slave, right? And our Lord and Savior Yahushua, you know, make him return to start out slavery. Work for us, the Israelites, right? Starting with the elect. Right? So with that, let's say our praises and honor to Yahweh, and double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Grave and Stone. And shalom to all the brothers and mothers pushing this truth in our sincerity and in our honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.